Today we'll be solving LeetCode 87 Scramble String. We begin by defining a function that accepts two strings. We then create a dictionary named Memo. This will store the results of string comparisons we've already computed using the string pair as the key. Inside this function, we define another function called DFS that takes two strings as arguments. This is our recursive depth first search function. Its job is to check if one string can be scrambled into the other. The very first check inside DFS is to check if we've already solved this exact pair of string. If the pair exists in the memo dictionary, we return that value immediately. This avoids recomputing the same thing multiple times. Next, we check if the two strings are equal. If they are, we immediately return true. If the strings are the same, no scrambling is needed. Then we do a quick check to see if the strings even have the same characters. We sort both strings and compare them. If they don't match after sorting, we know right away that it's impossible to transform one into the other, so we return false. This check is important because two strings with different character counts can never be scrambled versions of each other. Now comes the recursive part. We want to try every possible way of splitting the strings into two parts and checking two scenarios at each split. The first scenario is without swapping, where the left part of the first string matches the left part of the second string and the right part matches the right part. The second scenario is with swapping, where the left part of the first string matches the right part of the second string and the right part matches the left. To do this, we loop from 1 to the length of the string minus 1. For each index I, we split the string into two parts. The left part is everything before index I, and the right part is everything from index I onward. In the first case, we check if the left part of the first string is a scramble of the left part of the second string, and the right part of the first string is a scramble of the right part of the second string. If this is true, we store true in our memo dictionary and return true right away. If not, we move to the second case. Here we check if the left part of the first string is a scramble of the right part of the second string, and the right part of the first string is a scramble of the left part of the second string. We do this by slicing the second string from the end using negative indexing. If this case works, again, we store true in the memo dictionary and return true. If neither of those two scenarios works for any split, we eventually exit the loop and return false. But before returning, we return that result in our memo dictionary so we don't check this pair again in the future. Finally, we call the DFS function on the full input strings to start the recursion.